Many of us have been to an event with music before, and we all know that it's the DJ that kind of sets the mood. It's the DJ that sets the tempo for the wedding reception, for the concert, for the party.
Well, I tell you what, man, you grab some of them old sides, slap them on the turntable, get a little bit of scratching and mixing going on. I'll grab the microphone and we can get busy, man.
DJ well, and it'll be a party that people will never forget. DJ poorly, and you might get booed out of the building.
Hey, so what's that?
Well, how do you know that there is now a board game that embodies these very notions? Sort of. And that game is DJ Icon.
I'm stronger, I'm faster, okay? Found a new style that I needed to check. Found me some strength that got me through the day. Trained and I trained, now I'm ready to play.
Hi, this is Aaron and I'm doing a preview for our Family Plays game. This video has been sponsored by Koalatie Games, and DJ Icon should be coming to Kickstarter, and now there's Starla with an overview of the game.
You have been invited to scratch and mix against the best in the world at this year's DJ Icon Series Championship. Spin your way into the hearts of fans as you battle to become an iconic DJ. DJ Icon is a 2 to 8 player board game for casual gamers and hobby enthusiasts alike. It features a rotating record and an intuitive card system. Players rotate the record, their opponents, fans, and themselves in a battle to win the best set of fans. This game is highly interactive. While easy enough for the novice gamer, it also offers a deeper level of gameplay for those who want more of a challenge.
Let's take a look at the components. So these are most of the components in DJ Icon. We have the board here, we have the record, which actually has different phases of the game, and also has the different genres going around from oldies all the way back around Latin. They also have 3 tokens at each of the different genres. Many tokens. The player is going to be trying to collect in order to score different scoring conditions. So right now I have all around boss, which means a set of all 5 and having the most hexagons. This one is 2 diamonds, 3 points for each set. This one is interesting because it's booze. I like this one thematically because this one is, if you're a DJ and you're DJing a party or a set or what have you, you don't want these. So you want to manipulate things so maybe your opponents get more booze than you. So if you have the least, you get 12 points. If you have second least, 7, third, 3 points. Mainstream hits. So the interesting thing about mainstream hits is thematically, it's like you can play songs that everybody knows and likes, that's cool, but like maybe you play something that's a deeper cut. So if you play too many, you play more than anybody else, you lose points. But obviously if you're playing hits at a party or or a wedding reception, wherever you're DJing, I mean, a lot of people are gonna like hits because they're hits for a reason. They're songs that people enjoy. They may not be the deepest cuts, but that's not what it's about sometimes. And then this one is stage presence, so you're gonna want to collect the hearts. And if you have 12 or more, you get 27 points. So at the least, if you have 4 or 5, you get 3 points. So a lot of good points there. The players I picked is Orange, and I don't know, DJ Lance Rock. Not really, I just said that, but I was a big fan of Yo Gabba Gabba. And there's a follow-on show on Apple Plus. Not while we're here though. The purple player, and then the yellow player. These are gonna mark the rounds of the game. And the thing I like about these is these just kind of tell you what everything is. So the active side of the tokens is going to be the side with the black hexagon on it. The showcase genre, so we're going to be trying to get the innermost icons, innermost meaning towards the center. And after there's a mode you can play where you return the genre card. See, every player is going to have different genres: EDM, hip hop, Latin, oldies, pop, reggae, R&B, and rock. And when you play those, there's a more challenging mode where you can't play the card that you played again, so you don't get your card back. The mode I'm going to show is this mode you're going to get your card back. So if you play rock and end up putting your marker at rock, you can take your card back at the end of that round and then use it again in the subsequent round. And then the orange one on the far right here, token refill, just dictates how many tokens you put in. And there's plenty of options when it comes to the scoring conditions, so things can kind of scale from being geared towards people who are newer to games like this, or just more hobbyist board games, and then people who are veterans and are very experienced in playing hobbyist games can really mix things up and make things quite a bit more challenging. So the first thing we're gonna do is the showcase phase, which is to fill the record, and then we select genres after that.
I've been landlocked, training for this moment my whole life. Cold nights, in the rainy days, hope I get mine. Spin mine for the accolades in the empire. I need that title in my possession.
Okay, so for the showcase phase, the record has been filled. So for a 3-player game, we'd have 3 tokens at every different genre. So at this point, everybody's going to select a genre card. Because this is the beginning of the game, nobody has anything. So you need full sets. You want for every 2 diamonds, you get 3 points. You want the least number of rounded squares. You want a lot of hits, but you don't want the most. But even if you get the most you lose is, you get 10 points because it's worth 13 if you have 7 or more. And if you have the most, you lose 3. So you got to kind of gauge what everybody else is doing and kind of see how many boos can I tolerate before it starts to lose points. But at the most you lose 3, but you really want to get those 7 plus, just because if you don't hit that 13-point threshold for having 7 or more, losing 3 points could a little more devastating. And of course, who doesn't love hearts? So, all right, let's pick one for each player. All right, after everybody picks their genre, everybody would flip. So it was decided early on that the orange player was the player who most recently heard a DJ at a set, so they're gonna go first. So Latin is gonna go there. Then purple is gonna go to pop, which is here, and then yellow is also gonna go to pop. So that'll be interesting. I'm gonna put these over by their respective decks. And this is a 3-player game, so the game will go to 6 rounds in a 3-player game. All right, so I said the orange player is gonna go first, so they're gonna take this token here, and then going in clockwise order. Despite the fact that both players are at the same location, going clockwise, the purple player will go first, so they're gonna get these 3 hearts. So everybody got a chance to get some tokens. So stated earlier, this player has the timer because they're gonna go first for the battle mode, but then because it is free for all, that kind of just means it's kind of open-ended. So you are gonna be playing a card and manipulating things based on the card that you play. So let's see what the orange player is going to do. All right, so the orange player has upstage, which is move an opponent 1 genre left or right, claim the innermost token at your genre, or have them claim the innermost token at their genre. So interesting thing is, if there was a yellow somewhere, a boo, you could move one of your opponents somewhere and then take it, and then have them take something that they probably don't want, which you might have them take something that maybe they even need just to open up the opportunity for something else that you want, if that was the case. Interesting. All right, we have Baby Scratch. So spin the record 1 genre left or right, claim the innermost token at your genre. Left or right, okay. Chirp Scratch, which is spin the record 2 genres left or right, claim the innermost token at your genre. So some things spin the actual record, and some things move your opponents, or maybe move you, or move tokens. It all depends on what you want to do. The orange player is going to do this. They're going to do Scratch. They're going to do Baby Scratch, which is spin the record 1 genre left or right, and claim the innermost token at your genre. So I'm going to spin the record. So I'm going to spin it this way and claim this heart. So this is the dexterity part of the game, where you're kind of just, you're grabbing this thing and taking it and then quickly you know, you're making a decision. So they're gonna do this. Yellow's gonna do that, which is spin the record 2 genres left or right. So 1, 2 or 1, 2. You want the least number of boos, so I probably want to spin it this way and then take a mainstream hit. Okay, then the purple player. Okay, so let's say they're going to play the wordplay mix. So they're going to move themselves over to rock and then claim another heart. So they have 4 hearts. So that means they have 3 points right now from that. Not bad. Yellow only has 1 card. Let's say they grab it and then they're going to go and they can spin the record 2. So they're going to do chirp, scratch, spin the record 2 genres left to right, claim the token, the innermost token, and they're going to claim that. So they're all out of cards. Purple is going to pass, and then orange is also going to pass. So the battle phase goes as long as people have cards to play or they pass. So if everybody passes, whoever had the timer last is going to be the first player going into the next round. And that's the thing, there's no turn order in battle because it's a battle. It's just trying to shift momentum. You're trying to get the crowd to your side. So you're shifting the momentum and playing these battle cards to get the tokens you want. So that's sort of how the theme plays in. It's like, oh, they play this song, I'm gonna play a better song. And then as you're playing that better song, you're gaining more attributes based on how the crowd is feeling you. Makes sense. The Afterparty phase happens after the battle phase. In the Afterparty phase, you are basically taking all of the tokens that are remaining in the spot that you're currently in. So that means orange will get all of this, purple will get this, but yellow didn't get anything because they ended up on a place, they used all their cards, and where they ended up, they didn't have anything. But they still made out pretty well. They got some stuff. They got some things. What you don't see in the video that I should have done is the yellow player should have taken a battle card because there were no tokens at the spot where their yellow player token was left after the Afterparty phase. So that serves as a catch-up mechanic so that the players don't get too far ahead, or so you don't fall too far behind. And the nice thing is, if you have cards, unplayed battle cards, you take those into the next round, which just gives you even more options for how you can battle your opponents to put them in harm's way with the crowd or put yourself in the best position to gain the crowd's favor. I've played my fair share of set collection games, and I have to say that DJ Icon is very unique in that you are set collecting, you are collecting small tokens, but the way in which you do it goes along with the theme very well, where you are literally moving a record around to manipulate the environment in order to get yourself more things that you need for the scoring conditions that are shared by everyone. Everybody's to the same scoring conditions, but everybody's chances aren't necessarily the same because you're all going to be drawing different battle cards, you'll be in different positions, picking different genres, and all that makes a difference in how you score the game. I appreciate a game where you can score in numerous ways. So even if you're not doing really well with tokens you can activate, maybe you have a lot of good stage presence, and you're doing very well with hearts, or you're doing very well with party rockers. So the point solid element is something I like, so you don't have to necessarily focus on one particular thing, but you can kind of spread around and figure out what's working best for you and really try to hone in on that in order to score points. Don't just take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. See if your family or your game group will like it. If you want to see more of me, and you can find me at GameEnthus.com. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, picture me with a crown and a smile. All the things I've been through, I'm alive. Yeah, it might sound crazy, but I know it. I gotta keep going. On and I don't stop. Cause you know I'm survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling.